Yes, yes, there's water in my mug again, okay? I just want to be festive. Why are people wanting to talk to me right now? It's not the time, not the time. Okay, if you guys are here watching this, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all of your love and support, because we have just hit, well, while I'm filming this video, we have just hit 800 subscribers, and I am seriously like, how? Like, it feels so unreal to me, and it's literally all because of you guys. Like, I literally would not be here if it weren't for you guys. And I just want to say that I am so appreciative, and I just love each and every one of you so, so much. And if you aren't subscribed and you aren't one of those 800 that I am referring to, please, please subscribe. And then that will also apply to you if you would like to subscribe. Obviously, it's not an obligation, but I would super, super appreciate it. And I would hope that you would have a great time if you do choose to subscribe. So today I am really, really excited for today's video, because I am that type of person that as soon as September hits, it is like fall, like it is fall. But for today's video, I'm going to be talking about all of the books that I want to read this fall / spooky season. So for those that don't know, I just recently joined BookTube in November of 2021, and I recently got into reading around November of 2020. And I recently got into reading during November of 2020. I kind of found my love for reading again after not reading for a few years. So this is actually my first spooky season reading, like first fall season reading, and I am so excited for it. So I'm saying that to let you guys know that I probably won't have like a recommendations video up for this year, just because I don't have enough books under my belt, I feel like, to recommend. So instead, I just thought I would share the books that I am looking forward to reading, and maybe some of these are on your list as well. And if they are, I really would love to know that. If you see me looking down, it's because my laptop is right here so that I can see all of the books I'm going to be talking about, because I'm currently filming on my phone because my camera is just, it's not my friend right now. So we're not filming on that. Let's get into it. I'm trying to think if I want to do like this by like genre, but then I feel like I would get the genres wrong. I'm going to name the first 3 books that I am going to talk about are going to be classics, which these 3 that I'm going to talk about I know are classics, which is why I'm going to put them in this category. And if there's other ones that I'm missing that aren't in this category, sorry. Okay, so the first book that I want to read this spooky season is Dracula by Bram Stoker. So this is just the version that I have. This is the Puffin Classics version, which I kind of like. Like, I really like this illustration on the front. But I really, really want to read this spooky season, this fall, because I feel like this is one that a lot of people read during this time of year, and I have just always had a desire to read it. And obviously I don't want to read it like in a weird time of the year. So we're definitely going to try and get to this spooky season. The next book that I want to talk about that I don't own yet, I'm planning on purchasing the end of this month, but that is We Have Always Lived in the Castle. This one I know is another like classic that a lot of people like to read around this time of year, and that I'm also excited to read because it is like a short book. I want to say it's like a novella size, but that one I'm really, really excited about too. And the version that my Barnes & Noble carries, I just love the cover. So I'm really, really excited for when I have this in my hands, but for now I don't. Next up is another classic, and that is Coraline. So Coraline I have not read. I saw the movie, I think, when I was younger, but I haven't read the book. And I've been really interested to read the book, but I think I'm going to actually get the graphic novel version, and I think I'm going to do that just because I have so many books on my list of books I want to read in the fall, and I don't think I'm going to be able to read them all if they're all novels. So some of them I'm literally getting the graphic novel version just so I'm able to still read it. But yeah, so that's another one. Oh, you know what? I think Haunting of Hill House is another classic, pretty sure, but that's another one I want to read this spooky season. This is one that I've been wanting to read for a while, but I also have heard mixed things about it. Like, I've heard that it's not as good as the show, which personally I haven't watched the show, so I wouldn't even know. But yeah, I've heard it's not as good as the show and that people don't really like the book as much, but I still want to give it a shot because why not? So that is on my list as well. Now, okay, the next genre I'm going to be getting into is mangas and graphic novels. Okay, so the first manga that I would like to read in the spooky season is Death Note. So I only have volume 1 and I have the stunning black edition. So I only have volume 1, but I would like to read volume 1 this spooky season, which I don't know if this is even really like a spooky season book, but like it just gives me spooky season vibes. I think it's the cover. I don't know what it is. I also want to read Frankenstein by Junji Ito. So this is, I'm assuming like the classic Frankenstein story. It's just like manga version. And I love this cover. I talked about it in my book haul, but like it is like the perfect mix of creepy and colorful. And I think it's stunning. So I'm really, really excited to get into this one. This is one of my like top priorities for this spooky season. Next up I have Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell. So this I wanted to read last spooky season, but by the time I realized, you know, that I wanted to read it, the spooky season was ending, so I didn't get to it last year. So I am super, super excited to finally be able to get to it this year, and I think I'll be able to fit it in because it is a graphic novel. But I just love, this is just so fall. I just love it. I love it so much. So I'm really, really excited to get into this one as well. Oh, the next graphic novel that I would like to read is Through the Woods. I don't remember who the author is, but this one is just like I think it's 5 short stories. And I've heard that the 4th one is really good. I know Books with Chloe loves the 4th story. I'm pretty sure it's that one. But yeah, I'm really, really excited to get to that one. That's another one I wanted to have read last year, but again, the spooky season was ending. So the last graphic novel is Fangs, and I just think this one's so cute, and the cover is just like totally Halloween. Like it's just like vampires, like perfect. So I am really, really excited to read that one as well. Okay, I'm just going to start going through this list now. Another one that I want to read for the spooky season is The Chestnut Man by, remember, we're not even gonna try this one, it's too hard. But yeah, so I am really, really wanting to read this one too. I've heard really, really good things about it. I think even one of you guys actually commented on my video and said that this one is really good, and there's a show coming out for it. So that is really interesting. So I definitely want to read this and then maybe even watch the show. But I've heard this one is pretty intense, so I like that kind of stuff, so I'm excited. Next up, I have a book called Spooky Florida, and this is just a collection of short stories about spooky things that have happened in Florida in different cities, and my city is in this book, and so I'm really excited to see like what it is. So I think this one will be really fun. I also want to read Halloween Party by Agatha Christie. So I haven't read any of Agatha Christie's books. I wanted to read one of her murder mysteries that's like a Christmassy one. I can't remember what it is. But I wanted to read that one last year. And so when I saw that she had Halloween one, I was like, okay, I'm definitely gonna read that. So I am gonna be reading Halloween Party by Agatha Christie as well. I'm also hoping to read Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. So this one I have been super, super excited to read. I've had this actually for a while, but I haven't gotten to it yet. But I'm really, really excited, and I feel like this is another good spooky season book. So yes. I also want to read Witch Haven. This one I know is a monthly pick for Barnes & Noble for the month of September. So I definitely want to snag that while we have a plethora of copies. But that one I'm really, really excited to read as well. And also Nature of Witches, which I have seen Jody on Jody's channel read, and I'm pretty sure she liked it. So I do want to read that one, and I think we only have 2 copies in my Barnes & Noble, so I definitely need to snag one of those up really quick. I also want to read A Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendricks. That one I am like super excited about because I love the Final Girl support group and everybody likes that one, and so many people were reading it last year, so definitely want to read that one. I also want to read House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. So this one, also sorry if you can, oh yeah, you can't see that. It's not like gunk, okay? It's literally like lemon oil because I got this from Target, and you guys know like the Target stickers, they literally do not come off of books. So I tried to use lemon oil to get it off, and now the book just looks kind of gross right there. So we're just gonna do this and then you can't see it. Yeah, really want to read House of Hollow. Heard a lot of good things. I've heard it's creepy, spooky, eerie, love it. So definitely want to read this. Oh, I also want to read My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendricks. That one I'll probably be listening to on audiobook during the spooky season, because I do need to be listening to some on audiobook if I want to get all these read. So that one I'm hoping to read as well. And then I also want to read Horrid by Katrina Leno. This one I've heard great things about too. I've heard this one is really spooky and eerie too, and that's exactly what you need for the spooky and fall season. That's all you need for the spooky and fall season. And then lastly, I would like to read Bunny, and this one I don't remember the author either, but it'll be on the picture that I'm inserting. This one is the book club pick for Mel Reed's Patreon book club, and not Mel Reed's, Books with Chloe. It's Books with Chloe's Patreon book club pick for the month of October. So at least I think it is. It was winning in the poll the last time I checked. So I am really excited to read that one too. That one has been on my wish list for so long. A lot of these have been on my wish list actually for a really long time. I've been wanting a lot of these books and to read them for a really long time, so yeah. But yeah, those are all of the books that I would like to read for this fall festive spooky season for the year of 2021, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it felt festive for you. I put you can see the pumpkins on my shelves, so I hope that was helpful. And I did have my mug for festivity, and I talked about spooky books, so hopefully it was festive enough for you. And if it wasn't, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned, because I have so many fall videos that are going to be coming, some cozy ones, some spooky ones, you know, all the good stuff. So make sure to subscribe so that you can, you know, not miss any of that good stuff. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to probably go to bed now because I'm really tired. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.